Hello, my name is Bianco. In this video we will have a look at a cold steel machete, the bolo machete. It's a 18-inch version. Now I have cold steel machetes for quite likely over 20 years by now. I like them a lot. They got steadily better all over the time. Now there was a bit of change since they apparently stopped making them in South Africa for whatever reason. South Africa, if you don't know, it's falling apart. The conditions over there, online you see a lot of infos about that, so maybe that did fall apart there too. Maybe simply because it was cheaper to make them in China, who knows. But they made a switch over to China and steadily they got better and better, and I like them a lot. That's part of it why I make a video. So we have the item in a typical plastic bag. We have there some information. We even have the price on it. Price sticker that the reseller put on it, $18.95. We see on top right the number of the item. As I said, 18 inches, it's a carbon steel, 65 MN carbon steel. It's debatable if you need a carbon steel or a stainless steel on the machete. A while ago I made the Gordon machete video. It's on my YouTube channel as well. This one is stainless steel, so it depends really. We have the blade thickness of 2 mm and a polymer handle and a Cordura plastic polymer mix of a sheet. And there we see coldsteel.com. So what matters a lot in this regards here is that we have actually a set. We have not only the machete, but we also have the fitting sheath. And often if you really use a machete, doesn't matter if you carry it on your body, you carry it in the truck, or you simply want to storage it a bit in a safe way. You need to have a sheath that actually work and that perform, and that we have here really good example of. Then the quite likely even more important matter is, for whatever reason, most machetes brand new out of the box or out of the packaging are rather dull. That basically for decades they made them pretty dull as they deliver it, maybe as a safety reason. Maybe they don't want to sharpen it, spend the time and sharpen it to a full sharpened blade. Whatever it is, usually, at least in the past, quite likely still nowadays, as you get a new machete you need to sharpen it up prior you actually can use it a bit in a positive, in a economic way. For whatever reason that is not done. So here we have another positive. The thing is really sharp right out of the box. I would say so far with all the machetes that I have, quite likely the most sharp machete I ever had directly new out of the packaging. So really positive, really happy about it. Let's have a look at the machete first itself. We have the typical full tang. We see the metal in the lanyard hole there, so the tang goes all the way in. That is another important feature. Quite many years back I had Gerber machetes and they broke because the tang did only go a little bit in the handle. So worth a garbage, and it's really dangerous if you swing around. I was glad that I did not cut myself in the leg or something in the middle of the wilderness of the jungle here in North Georgia, to the border of North Carolina. But anyway, this one really well done. The little schnabel here is really well done too. Massive polymer there. We have a good structure all around. Sometimes the grips are simply too smooth, say if you have a wood handle machete, often that is just too smooth. Here it's not too aggressive, but you have texturing. Here it is smooth, but the rest in front, even they put a bit texturing on front, so really nice. Also, if it's not enough, you can always wrap it with a grip tape, some paracord or other cord, or even stipple it with a hot iron. That is possible too. Then we have the tang area, cold steel engraved. Now remember, it's a carbon steel, it may rust, so either the sharp edge and this engraving you're gonna paint to have an additional layer of protection over it. That's what I'm gonna do, or you need to oil it or grease it or whatever. On the back side the same, we have a China, and we have a good distance between the guard area to the actual cutting edge, so you should not cut your fingers at all there. But here, right here, of course the sharp edge gonna start, and you see how nice that is sharpened up. Now if you see a ding or something, that is from my use. As I got it and I saw that, I already did swing it a bit around and cut some vegetation. Just saying, that is not how that came from the factory. I think somewhere around here we have the ding. That can happen. Machetes are tools, it's easy to resharpen it out. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna paint it. We have here a nice belly. On top, the typical bolo style, that you have more weight in front, easy to swing. 2 millimeter from the tip to the back there, so nothing conical, it's just flat. Some kind of black coating. It's relative smooth, and I can't say much how long it's gonna last. Again, I'm gonna paint it, so it's gonna get used anyhow, and then repainted again, resharpened, repainted, so it is how it is. That but it makes, of course, brand new, a pretty good impression. It's not it's pretty smooth too, so it should cut through the thing really well. As we come over to the machete sheath, we have a nice belt loop, a nice nylon, good stitching here, that should all work. Then we have riveted in the strap with nice snap. Now what I'm gonna do is I use a bit sewing thread and give it here a bit of stitch and there a bit of stitch, just added on compared to you see that could create friction there in the spot that would rip. So I'm gonna put it a bit on. That's just what I do to give it a bit more life. Then the cordura starts. We have inside the cordura a plastic liner on both sides. Oh yeah, and here we have the stitching that I'm gonna fill a bit with super glue as well, just give it additional protection. Then we have two, let me turn that around, we have two snaps, because it has a long opening here to get the whole machete inside with the tip first. And then we have a nice polymer sleeve all over the tip. So in the past they only had a sideways polymer sheet, left and right riveted on. Now this is an injection molded solid piece, and you see with 3 rivets on, we have the cold steel logo, and that is really nice. That's not gonna stick through. We don't have a drainage hole. If you want to have a drainage hole, you can always drill that yourself. But yeah, really nice. Now, because the space in front of the camera is a bit limited with such a big item, I'm not gonna put it in the sheet. As you put it in the sheet, you just need to go with the tip first, and then slide it into the sheath, and then you lock up the 3 straps there. Really easy to do. You need to train it or test it out once or twice, and then you get the hang of it. Now, because it has the 3 snap design, this is not a machete sheath that you can sheath or unsheath the machete really fast or one-handed. In that regards, you need to have a bit time to take the item out. The point is, because the front, the tip is bigger, you need to have a bit of such a design. If you have a machete that would not have the hump of the bolo, then you could do a sheath where you easily can, like with a sword or something, you just stick it in the sheath and you drag it out with one hand. That is easy to be done. With this design you can't do that fast. On the other side, it's way more secure with all the snaps. If you have children around, and if they say sneak to the machete and find it, they have a bit a harder time to actually take it out. So that is maybe a benefit too. You can always secure it additionally with the belt loop and around the handle if you want, with a zip tie or something. That would work as well. Just saying how it is, it has its pros and cons, but if we look at the price there, that was pretty much the regular price, under, I mean with tax, $20. So if we look maybe 15 for the machete and 5 for the sheath made in China, that is a great deal, especially for the manufacturing quality that we actually get nowadays. The full tang, the sharp out of the box with that great quality sheath where the tip is not gonna penetrating through the sheath that easy. So all in all, I'm super happy, and I'm glad that the machetes from Cold Steel still evolve a bit and get better and better with the details. Back in the day, as it started, especially with the made in South Africa ones, you had too smooth of a handle. It was just injection molded, bit on the bulky side, but this one is more smaller. It's also better this way if you wear gloves, even thinner gloves, you know, then a smaller handle is a bit better. But either way, a great item, how I find about. So apparently in England, in Australia and some other places, they either did already ban machetes or they work on banning machetes. So they quite likely did look too much bad movies where the criminals gonna misuse machetes. Now I can assure you, if you live in the countryside, if you have a bit of garden, a yard, some trees, some bushes and so on, your life gonna be way better and way easier if you have a bit good machetes. I use machetes for over 20 years minimum, and I could not live without them anymore. Once you figure it out what works for you, the different styles, the different lengths, the weights and so on, then that makes life so much easier. You can reach out, you can cut the jungle, keep it down. What with other tools you have a trouble. So people that say people should not own machetes, those are complete idiots. They never used one, they have no idea what it is about. They are pretty much the same fully idiots like the criminals like in Europe that we have that misuse machetes as weapons. That's just my 2 cents, how I feel about. I get more and more annoyed about people that have no idea, that want to ban this and want to ban that, and say if you are in Australia in the countryside, of course you need a machete. Absolute sure. That much about the Cold Steel bolo machete. great item.